Jeremy Sigler, and I'm presenting my sports production segment presentation project. I am from the NFC West Cardinals group, and I am doing half of my presentation, and Steve Jarmelio, my partner, is doing the other half. And my part is professional sports. Professional sports. North America is home to the 5 prominent sports leagues. So a professional sports league. There's the NFL, the NHL, the NBA, and the MLS. The 5 most prominent sports leagues in the world are all in North America. As of 2010, in the 5 of those leagues, there was 138 franchises. Each year, new leagues form, like the NLL, the National Lacrosse League, the Major League Lacrosse League, the Lacrosse League for girls, the WNBA, the Women's National Basketball Association. New leagues form all the time. Some survive, and some leagues don't survive. A little history. In 1869, the Cincinnati Red Stockings were the first professional team in sports. Back then in the day, the Red Stockings paid their 10 players, $9,300, which came out to an average of $930 per player. And the national salary for an average American back in the day was $170. In 1876, the National League was the first professional sports league in America. And still today, sports leagues have taken off the values that they had back then, back in the 1800s. Kind of cool. All right, franchise and ownership. The NFL and the NFL family, individuals or ownerships. In the NFL, family or individuals own teams. The focus on the team is not like a hobby; it's more of a business. In the facts of the NFL, they run their organizations more to make money. As an entrepreneurship, more so as a hobby. Owners have paid varying amounts to clubs, like Daniel Snyder paid $800 million for the Washington Redskins. Bob Snyder paid $700 million for the Baltimore Ravens. Jerry Jones paid $140 million for the Dallas Cowboys. And Mike Brown, he got the Cincinnati Bengals for free. And the owners don't actually own the logos. The logos are all owned by the NFL Trust Organization. The NFL Trust Organization spreads the revenue throughout the teams for the logos. The rules of ownership. Not anyone can just own a team or a franchise. You have to first have very financially deep pockets, and second, you have to be you have to be granted permission by the ownership committee of the league that you're trying to get into. Each team has franchise rights that governs their own property. They also have territorial rights, so no other team can just move into their city or their territory without permission granted from their league and without getting comprehension to the rights holder of that area. Also, revenue sharing gives each team its portion of the league's wide revenue, of the national television revenue, and the gate receipts and licensing revenue. The NFL is a very strict league and has banned corporate ownership, public ownership, and cross ownership. Ownership of more than one sports franchise. So if you're in the NFL, you can only own one organization. Finally, the commissioner. The commissioner's job is pretty much to do what is in the best interest for his respective league. The commissioner has the powers to approve contracts. He has to resolve issues between players and clubs, between clubs and clubs, and between a club or player and the league. Modern day commissioners are concerned with marketing just as much as they're concerned with disciplinary action, so everything's moving towards a marketing scheme. And Pete Rose is being held out of the Hall of Fame by one of the worst commissioners of all time. Let him in, Bud Selig. Let Pete Rose in. He deserves it. He ultimately deserves it. And career implications. I'm doing on graduate Ohio University with a major in exercise physiology and a minor in sports administration. And I plan to get my master's in the coaching education program. after a while, after working for a sports organization, I would like to move up to be a general team manager, which I read about. Like, I would like to be able to have focus on the players, the club and organization, all the trades that they make, and everything like that. And that's what I would like to do. And that's the end of my presentation.